Welcome back to the Den. Danny here. I'm joined by Dan Man and John. Avatar, The Way of the Water, that was released in theaters only with the Doctor Strange movie. Let's talk a little bit about the trailer that we saw in Doctor Strange, Avatar, The Way of the Water. I want to say it was more of a teaser than anything else, but did you guys get excited for Avatar? Did you like what you saw in that trailer? What are your thoughts?
I think visually it looks great. Like everything, like the colors, like everything that's happening around, like the world that they built in that for the Avatar universe looks really amazing. I would just want to see more to know where they're going with this. Before getting too excited about it, I guess. Because I understand that this is supposed to be one of three films that they're going to do. But this is
I think even four. I think they have 4 movies planned out, like 4 sequel movies. And This is the first part of 4.
Okay.
This is just me speculating from the little bit that we saw. Like, I agree with Dan. Like, the movie looks beautiful. Everything looks like so realistic. And I really enjoyed the first movie and the story. So it's just like one of those things where I'm not a huge super fan, but I really enjoy the movie. Like, I'm excited to watch it. But me just guessing, like, there's a small split-second scene, if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it, where the main character, I forget his name, he's talking to someone. And it looks like it's an avatar, but it also looks like it's human. So I'm thinking that maybe although his soul and his consciousness got transferred over to that body, when he breeded with his wife, he has now a cross species between an avatar and a human. And I think because of that, because of their village being so like traditional in their ways, now that family's being cast out. And or maybe there's other tribes that don't agree with that, so they're trying to like kill them. So I think that's what the movie might be about, the fact that now you're creating this whole new type of species, and the humans are still coming back. They said they're not going to give up in the end of the first one. So we'll see. Maybe the movies are about like finally establishing peace between 2 different species and stuff. So it looks like it'll have a good story.
No, and that's good. That's a good point, because I think they showed this young character, this human child hanging out, and it's Sully. I think his name is the main character's name is Sully, if I'm not mistaken. But he was there for sure, and if it is the offspring of the 2 main characters, that would be a really interesting thing to see, where they now become outcasts and they have to kind of continue moving on, but are the humans the threat, right? Because in the trailer it almost seems that they were working alongside the humans, or at least the humans that stayed at the end of the last movie. But I was surprised. Well, not really. Again, it's a trailer, but I would have liked to have seen what's his name, Nathan Lang, that he played the main bad guy in the last movie, and he's supposed to come back in this movie. How? I don't know. Maybe they put him in an avatar body or something, but the trailer looked really transferred. Right, yeah. Maybe he got stuck in a robot or something, and
or some evil being that we have no idea yet exists.
Right. Some supernatural stuff.
I think it's cool because it takes the concept of like aliens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's always a new threat. I think it's cool because it takes the concept of like aliens coming to Earth and trying to inhabit our planet, but it's backwards, it's reversed. It's humans trying to go invade another planet. And they have good intentions, but obviously there's political evil agendas that are being played out too.
So, corporate greed.
Yeah.
At its finest.
Leave the tree alone, damn it.
Yeah. What I'm really looking forward to is the 3D. Especially since they confirmed that they're going to film this movie, or they filmed this movie at 48 frames per second, which I don't know if you guys got to see the Hobbit trilogy movies in IMAX, because when they were released in 48 frames per second. Traditional movies are 24 frames per second. So whenever you go to a movie theater, like that's how movies are shot. So it's a huge difference visually when a movie is natively filmed at 48 frames per second. But with the 3D on top of that, I loved it. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it just looked too soap opera-ish when they were watching The Hobbit, but I enjoyed it, and you kind of adapt to the look. But I think with Avatar, again, they're gonna focus on the 3D aspect of that movie. On top of that, adding the 48 frames per second, that movie's gonna look great, and it's gonna be the same experience as the first movie, where that movie made so much money, not because the story was phenomenal and it was the greatest thing on earth. No, it was the experience, right? It was sort of like an attraction. You go to a ride and you kind of get on the ride over and over and over again because of the experience. And that's what the first Avatar was. It was like this whole new experience in movies that we hadn't seen. Yeah, 3D was around for a very long time, but it was never shot natively. And this Avatar was the first time that they really took a huge leap forward with the 3D technology. And I'm sure James Cameron is going to do the exact same thing with the sequel, where he's going to take the 48 frames per second, the 3D, like take it to that next level, and 3D is going to make another comeback, because after the first Avatar movies, TV manufacturers were now selling 3D TVs. That kind of died out because we're now at 4K. But this movie's gonna make a ton of money, so I just want to wear those goggles, man. I'm ready to wear my 3D glasses. But what are you guys are looking forward to the most? Are you interested in seeing the movie in 3D, and are you interested in the 48 frames per second? Did you guys ever experience it?
Yeah, I remember when the movie came out. It's like you said, it was an experience. Like, it wasn't so much, the story wasn't that crazy. It's not anything we haven't seen before, but visually it is something we haven't seen before. And yeah, it was sitting in the theater, and the way some of those scenes, like everything that got to see in 3D, it wasn't like any other movie that was or anything we had seen in 3D done before, as far as like the depth and the colors and how good it looked. It was an experience that you don't normally get at the movie theater. You'd have to go to like some kind of special exhibition or something like that. And if they improve on that, which they should by now with the 3D technology, and like you're saying, they're filming this at a different frame rate, it should be an interesting way to watch a movie, not the typical stuff.
Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, there's been a lot of effort and work put into this, and it's going to pay off. Like, the first one was great. It led off to a lot of stuff. The story has everything: action, love, drama, so it's just an in-depth story, and it's unique the way it's being told, and it's awesome to see something fresh and new. And that's what Avatar is. That's why everyone loved it from the beginning of the first one. So it's cool. I'm excited to see the story continue.
All right, so the big question here is, right, do you think that the sequel will outperform the first one? Will it make more money, and will it beat out Avengers Endgame? Will it beat out the first Avatar movie to be the highest grossing movie ever? Do you think it will accomplish that again?
I was shocked that the first one did that much. Honestly, I was like, wow, that's a lot, but I don't know. I think it will be the first one. I'll say that. I'm not sure about Endgame, but I don't know.
I'm not sure either. Maybe, but yeah, I just don't know. Like, I don't know how I have no indication of how it might perform.
I think it'll be close.
Because it's been so long since the first one. And so I don't know if people are gonna be that interested based off just this teaser. Like, maybe a full-blown trailer might hype people up.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, James Cameron tends to make things happen, because if I'm not mistaken, between Titanic and the Avatar movie when it was released, I think it had been like 10 years. So people were hungry for that next project. And now between the first Avatar and this one, I would say it's been what, like 13, 14 years? It's been a hot minute. So I think I think it'll make money at the very beginning, and I think it'll get a really good head start. I don't know if it'll continue pacing the way the first movie did, because that's how the first movie made money. That joint was like number one for like weeks and months at a time. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there day one, again, getting my 3D glasses. I love the 3D experience, so I'll definitely be
Same.
there.
Also, is the movie gonna get a worldwide release? Like, that also affects how much money it'll make. Like, if this is blocked like in China, then there goes a huge, at least $500 million.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be released in China. Like, this is one of those movies that they're gonna want to release worldwide. So to your point, now I don't know how they're going to distribute it, if it's gonna be all at once, or if North America gets it 1 month ahead of the other countries. But
Different openings.
yeah, but it'll definitely be worldwide, man. It'll make bank.